What's Your Teller is back with a video I want to talk about for a while now. And it's now video games are, if there's something that's been developed on, for what reason it got cut from that game. I mean, there are some examples, and some games got canceled because of something that couldn't get finished. And there's one example I'm gonna get to. Um, because there are like photos of this one canceled wrestling game that's on the internet for years. I think we all know what that game is. But we'll get to most of it. Some of them are like cut stories in the Road to WrestleMania. It's like there was a rumor Miz story in SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 that got cut. There are other ones, like there's supposed to be in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, there's supposed to be like a Batista Road to WrestleMania, supposed to have a arm wrestling contest with Mark Henry. But that got cut. Did not know until this Jen Gaming said it on Twitter mostly. There was I there was also supposed to be an I Quit match outside of Road to WrestleMania, which you're supposed to unlock after the Shawn Michaels Road to WrestleMania, but it couldn't. It got cut from that. Uh, um, from outside the Road to WrestleMania, I was supposed to say you only have to do it in the actual Road to WrestleMania when Shawn Michaels and JBL in that match. Which is which I don't like that really. If you're supposed to have like this match type, why couldn't you what am I trying to say? Why can't you just leave it in the game? But there's that. I mean, there are other matches that are not accessible outside of this. For example, a lumberjack match that's in both STR 2010 and STR 2011, not accessible in the not available outside of those. I mean, Randy Orton's World Trust Me and SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 has that, and also in John Cena's World Trust Me and SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. There are also some cut weapons in SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, one of which is a light tube, which I don't know about the PS2 version. I only see it in the Xbox 360 version of that. And speaking of SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, there's supposed to be a PS3 port of it. It got canceled for that, but it was released for the 360. But we wouldn't get a PS3 port of a 30 game until SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. And there are some wrestlers who got cut from the game. The most infamous ones are Ken Shamrock and Big Show in SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. I mean, there are out their models are on the disc, but they're not. Well, unless you play like the Royal Rumble, but here's my issue with it. I never got them to appear in those Royal Rumbles. I couldn't do it. I tried over and over and see if they were going to come out. I mean, the Rumble in that game, random wrestlers would come out, and I never saw a Big Show or Shamrock. I mean, I saw them on most of it, and yeah, and also in SmackDown Raw 2006, and a prototype of that. You know, Maven and Luther Reigns were in that prototype, but they were not in the game. And and some and they're not in the game, but they're models are on the disc, but again, like, yeah, I mean, Youngboy 11 did post a video on both those prototypes. There's some other stuff, like, I think one, well, there's a canceled storyline in WWE 2K22 in the My Rise. There's supposed to be a Bray Wyatt story, but Bray Wyatt was not in the game. He was removed from it due to his unfortunate release the year prior, and that storyline got canceled. And there's some canceled wrestling. There's a SmackDown vs. Raw online game, but that, I didn't think that game was going to be a thing, really. I mean, we have the main SmackDown vs. Raw games anyways. Like, from 2004 all the way to 2011, which was SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. That was released in 2010. Also, there was another canceled match in a game, which there's supposed to be a tables match in WWE All Stars. There was like screenshots of it, but that got cut. There was also supposed to be a career mode, which I'm gonna say right now that was meant for Path of Champions. So I don't count that as a cut game mode. I think it was meant for Path of Champions. You know, the one where you're supposed to be either the Legends path, or the Superstars path, or the Tag Team path. You know, Undertaker for the Legends path, Randy Orton for the Superstars path, and DX for the Tag Team path. Speaking of cancel games, most of these are just WWE games that were canceled. Or mostly matches or wrestlers, stuff like that. But there's supposed to be another TNA game on the consoles, but that got cut. But there are two models I actually saw which are there, but unfortunately that game got canceled because of Midway's bankruptcy. And the other is the most infamous canceled wrestling game. And we all know about this one. It's WCW Mayhem 2. It's supposed to be the direct sequel to the first WCW Mayhem game. Now, we know about the screenshots of Goldberg in this truck area thing. It's not like Backstage Assault with the truck arena. And now we saw some other models like Scott Steiner, Booker T, and Jeff Jarrett, to name a few. And it was meant for a later 2001 release, but unfortunately they bought WCW in 2001, so like other things, that game got canceled. Now there are other, like I saw there was supposed to be a Jeff Hardy one where you unlock like an ability to climb up a Titantron, which I don't believe that's real or not, because I don't think that, or that Batista, that's another one that's like an urban legend. There's like an urban legend of the canceled Day of Backlash game, which that's an urban legend too, so. But that's the main examples I have. From the canceled WCW Mayhem 2 to cut contact from mostly WWE games, really. And mostly there. So, this was a big thing I wanted to talk about for a while. So, tomorrow will be episode 75 of Showdown, which now AJ Styles has to find another challenger, which stay tuned on Wednesday, tomorrow for that. And then Saturday, oh my god. Yeah, Saturday is Backlash, but Thursday on my signature channel, you will see WCW Slamboree 2000. That's what I meant to say on my signature channel. Subscribe to notification on that one. So yeah, like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, and notification bell as well. If there's other like cut stuff from wrestling games, let me know in the comment section below also, because these are like the main examples I have. Some are like rumor storylines, like that Miz story from SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, which there's that, but then again, bye-bye. That's all I have to say, really.